Welcome back to the end, 2070, from the beautiful Lake Bracciano. We're only half an hour's drive from Rome, and this is probably the best place in town because it has undisturbed lake views, and it's the highest point. But as you can see, this house is abandoned. And if we look at the windows, it's obvious nobody's been living here for at least 20 years, maybe 30 years, though it's just next to the church. So I want to tell you a little bit about my experiences in this small town, this is my second visit this year. So the first place I stayed in, a rental apartment, the coffee machine broke down. And this wasn't a huge problem, but I notified the owner, who I didn't meet because there was a key box. And this is very common in Europe today. When you travel, you rarely meet the owner or even the manager. You don't meet anybody. The keys await for you at the lockbox, key box. It's quite convenient, but it also removes a personal touch. You don't meet anyone, which some people find a bit alienating. So this person was very prompt in helping me to fix the problem. He told me that he lives in the area, but he doesn't live in the old historical center. And he said that he'll bring a new coffee machine, if I could just leave the old coffee machine outside the door, which I did. Now, in a small town like Anguillara, theft is not very common, so it's perfectly reasonable to leave an espresso machine that costs probably 200, maybe 250 euros outside the door the whole day. And that I could understand. I told him I'm at home most days, most of the time, because it was January, it was quite cold, so I didn't venture out that much. And he said, no, don't you worry, I'll leave the coffee machine just outside the house, which is fine. But it tells you a little bit about a mindset. And this is a mindset of zero contact, which is becoming more common in the West generally and in Europe as well. So now we have some old people. I knew without even looking at them, just by hearing their voices. These are local tourists, Italians, and you'll find these type of people coming to Anguillara on weekdays and weekends. Their trips are usually very short, probably 2 to 3 hours, and they come to see the lake. So I'll continue in a few minutes.